UFC Qatar happened earlier today. It was actually a pretty good fight card, except for the early prelim. The first early prelim. The rest of these were actually some pretty good fights and had some pretty good finishes on them. I went 11-3 this week, which is an upgrade from my 10-4 record last week. And let's just get right into it. Starting off with the stinker of the card, we'll call it Merrick Bolholio versus Denzel Freeman. This fight really sucked, man. Like, such a low output from both of them. It didn't really feel like any of them wanted to commit to anything too crazy. They didn't go for any takedowns either, so these guys were just striking, and it was abysmal. Nothing really to say. I got the pick right. I got Denzel Freeman. I had him winning by a TKO, but that did not happen. Let's just move on. Pulling on to the second. Moving on. Sorry, pulling on. Oh my goodness. Moving on to the second fight, Nurullo Aliev versus Shamrock. This fight did not go exactly how I thought it was gonna go. I chose Nurullo Aliev to win by 30-27, shooting takedowns, being on the pressure, and the pressure was there. The takedowns, not so much. He did shoot 5 takedowns, but I was thinking he was gonna shoot like 12, 13, something like that, like a crazier amount, not just 5. He used his striking and pressure for the first 2 rounds. And Shamrock, it's a really tough pull to pull Nurullo Aliev as your first UFC fight. He got wobbled in like the first exchange they had in this fight too. Wasn't that great for him. Was not a good opening round for him. Other 2 rounds he looked pretty good. Had a close round 3. I thought he actually won round 3. But round 2, I still thought Nurullo did enough to win round 2. Just with the pressure and the control. The control, because that's when he had his takedown and his submission attempt. So yeah. It was a good fight from both of them. Both looked pretty good. Would love to see Shamrock against somebody a little bit. Let's give him an easier fight next time around, to say the least. And Nurullo, maybe give him somebody like... I'll matchmake later. I don't think I'm going to matchmake this card like I did for pay-per-views. I think I'm going to leave matchmaking for pay-per-view exclusives. But some of these are kind of going to be obvious on who they should fight next. Alright, moving on to my first wrong pick of the night. It was Ryan Loder versus Ismail Nordiev. Oh my goodness. Ismail Nordiev. Yeah, Ryan Loder did not shoot any takedowns, did not pressure forward at all, was throwing little body kicks that were not landing. He got brutally knocked out with a big overhand right by Ismail. And yeah, I don't think he's really that good. I chose him because I really thought he was just gonna pressure and be smarter with that, but he didn't. He didn't. He got brutally knocked out, and he's one of my 3 picks I got wrong on this card. Moving on, Ismail he looked like himself. Nothing much you can really say off beating Ryan Loder, I don't think. I think he's just kind of a mediocre guy. He's just right there. So, yeah, moving on. Alexandre Topuria versus Beksat Almakan. This fight was actually pretty good. First round's very close. Other 2 rounds, Topuria just pressured and pieced him up with some of the boxing, and he was having the harder effects on the shots. Better put combinations. Round 3, he really started using his jab and cutting Beksat on like all over the Phillies. It felt like he was just piecing him up all over the place in round 3. Round 1, close, could go to either one. I personally gave it to Alexandre. Did I? Yeah, I think I gave it to Alexander. I'll learn one of these times. I gave it to him. I think. I don't know. I watched the fight. Being honest with you guys, I watched that fight like 13 hours ago. Gonna need a little bit of slack. So, but yeah, he looked pretty good. Beksat's no joke. Alexander called out he called out Umar Nurmagomedov, who also beat Almakan, but he beat Almakan a little bit more dominantly. All that, he got dropped in the first round. He got dropped, but the rest of the round was his, and the other 2 rounds he just controlled Almakan. Topuria called him out. Terrible call out. You will not be getting Umar Nurmagomedov, little brother. You will be getting probably like, I don't know who they could give him. Somebody out of the bantamweight. Bantamweight's a good division. I'm sure they'll find him a great matchup next. I'll do matchmaking for somebody else, honestly. Moving on. Yeah, I got this one right also. Moving on. Abdul Rahman Yakyayev versus Rafael Sakura. Rafael Sakura, brother, you're getting cut from the UFC. He's 0-3, 0-4 in the promotion. He's gotten finished in 3 of them, I'm pretty sure. Uh, Abdul started the fight with like a spinning wheel kick or something. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, either that or a spinning heel kick. He starts it off with a spinning kick that starts Rafael backing up immediately. Then from there, he's just throwing some combinations. He lands a jab, slips to his was it his right side? I'm pretty sure it was his right side or his left side, and then throws a head kick. It was his lead side. It was a lead side head kick. He slips that way, throws a head kick, drops a core. I thought he was done right there. I thought he was gonna get the TKO like I predicted, but no, he got a submission. He did some ground and pound attempts, then he took the back immediately, seized up the choke, and took a few seconds, but he got the submission. And yeah, good performance from him. Another fight in the UFC for him. That's technically his UFC debut, but the Contender Series, he also finished the dude in like under a minute. So good for him. Back-to-back UFC wins. Can't wait to see what he does next. Anyway, moving on. To another fight I got right. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna get this one wrong because Alex Perez, in my opinion, was winning the first 2 rounds. Pretty decisively, too. Definitely won round 2. And round 1 was kind of close, but I still gave round 1 to Perez. And then in round 3, Asu Amabayev, I think he wobbled him and forced him to shoot a takedown, or he just shot a takedown, and he gets he puts the guillotine in right away and just standing guillotine submission for him. So good for him. He should probably fight like Steve Erceg next. That's an easy one to put together. Moving on to the second pick I got wrong of this fight. Sajid Azagakamayev did not look too good in round 3. He looked pretty bad in round 3, honestly. But round 1 was close. I still gave round 1 to Nicholas Dalby. Round 2 was definitely Sajid's. But man, he looked so gassed out in round 3, and Dalby just used that pressure and the heavy breathing and the clinch control. It wasn't like crazy amounts of clinch control like it was in the first round. I'm talking about round 3 here. I'm just saying it was the quality of the clinch control, definitely, because he was hitting with the harder shots, breaking away, landing some combos in round 3. And yeah, he looked not like he's 41 years old. And Sajid did not look that great. Even if some people did say he won this one. He might have. He might have. You know, who knows who won the first round because the scoring criteria. But even if he did win, he did not look good at all. Or even if he should have won, I should say. Even if he should have won, he did not look that great at all. Nicholas Dalby, he's good, but he's 41, coming off that KO. It looks really bad to lose to him right now. So, Sajid, man, feel bad for you, brother. And Nicholas Dalby, good for you, being 41, taking out another prospect. He took out Bonfim, now he's taking out Sajid. And yeah, good for Dalby. Moving on. As you can tell, I'm not salty about that one at all, guys. I'm not salty about that one at all. Moving on to a pick I got right, but in the wrong way. I thought this fight was going to be a complete 3-round banger. Was not a complete 3-round banger. Yeah. Bogdangrad shoots 4 takedowns in round 1. He gets 4 takedowns in round 1. Luke Riley was getting up, getting down. He got controlled in round 1. He gets controlled sometimes, man. And that's dangerous to be, but luckily for him, he's Luke Riley. He goes into round 2, and he finds a shot in like the first or second exchange. Sorry about that. The first or second exchange of the round, he finds a beautiful left hook that he used his right hand cross. He grows across, and using that power, generating power from being already over there, squishes the bug. Perfect left hook. And just drops Bogdan so very badly. I thought the fight was going to be over right there. Bogdan responds a little bit. And then Luke Riley gets right back to him. 2 straights, already kind of stiffing him out a little bit. Definitely, the fight should have been stopped right when they happened. And yeah, he gets the finish. And me, another prediction right. Thank you, Luke Riley. Moving on. Yeah, really, really good fight. He does not deserve performance of the night because he lost round 1, though, in my opinion. Moving on to somebody who does deserve performance of the night. And I'm saying that just because of the way he does it, who he is. First fight in the promotion in 9 years. Yeah, he lost the round 1. Gets controlled a little bit. I can't remember the submission attempt that Tagir might have went for, but He gets controlled all around one. Then round two comes out, and he's a madman. He's throwing those calf kicks. Joe Rogan must be so proud of Kyoji Horiguchi right now, because he was throwing those calf kicks and hurting Ulanbekov's legs. He was doing that thing where you kind of lean forward after a bad leg kick, and you're just you can tell that leg kick hurt them. You could just tell. So, man, Kyoji in round three though, he started picking it up. He drops him. Does it say he got a knockdown? He got 2 knockdowns. Oh yeah, the other one. He starts the round with a lead jumping left hook that drops Ulanbekov badly, and then Ulanbekov fights his way back up. Kyoji is still doing his thing, leg kicks, staying active, being present, being in his face, throwing combos, and then eventually in the round, after throwing so many leg kicks, he throws a beautiful head kick that Ulanbekov goes right into. Literally ducks into it. Hurts him so badly, but that's not what dropped him. He got dropped by not running away, really. Well, he was trying to get away from there, obviously, after being hit by a big head kick, and then just gets hit with a beautiful cross from Kyoji Horiguchi, who takes the back immediately after that, I'm pretty sure. Again, I watched the fights about 13 hours ago, and he takes the back immediately and gets this. Doesn't really get the submission. With all due respect, Ulanbekov did go to sleep. He did not tap, so respect to him for that one at least. And I was glad to get this one wrong. Kyoji Horiguchi looked great. It's great to have another new face in flyweight. Well, not really new face because he fought for the title years ago, but it's great to have him back in the UFC. It's great to have him there. Maybe we can give him somebody higher ranked next. Maybe we can give him even... if we can give Kaya Sakura a title shot, maybe we can give Kyoji Horiguchi a title shot, man. So, I'm obviously kidding. I think he should fight one more time. I think he should fight Amir Albazi or something. Moving on. Great fight. Great performance, like I said. Moving on. Wado Cortez Acosta versus Shamil the Meal Deal Gaziev. Yeah, Wado Cortez Acosta low-key shit on him. I'm not even gonna lie, guys. They figure each other out for about 1 second. For about a minute. Then Shamil is pushing a little bit. He gets Wado Cortez Acosta on the fence. He's really good on the fence, man. He's really good at counter-striking. And he just kind of times... It's so weird. He, feinted the two. He does what we call the show it in boxing, or we call it the show it when I first started training boxing. He pretends to throw the two. He feints the two. It's kind of like a laggy two, honestly. He fakes the two. Shamil, reacts to it, and then he just throws it right after he gets it there, and he just, boom, drops him once. He gets back up, to Gaziev's credit, he gets back up for a little bit. They have, one more exchange. About 4 seconds go by. Another exchange, and then boom, a crazy right hand drops him so very badly, and he was already hurt and wobbled from earlier. So he gets put out from that second drop, and good for Waldo Cortez Acosta. That's 2 knockouts this month, man. Good for him. He's a monster. No other way to put it. He's a low key. He's a chubby monster, bro. But hey, he gets it done. So good for him. He deserves his fight up in the rankings. Maybe give him somebody who could we give him? Who could we give this guy? Maybe Volkov, since they're not going to give Volkov a title shot. So, maybe give him Volkov. Alright, moving on. Oh, man, this one. Got this one right, but I also thought Waldo Cortez Acosta was going to have him gassed out before he gets the brutal knockout. But that did not happen, and he just gets that shit regardless. Moving on. I saw this one coming a mile away. Mike Tybeck Orabai versus Jack Hermanson. Man, Jack Hermanson, man. Who gets knocked out brutally and then decides to go down a weight class 2 or 3 months after that? Jack Hermanson too. And that fight, and that really showed here, man. It really showed. Because he was doing good. He was doing his Jack Hermanson stuff, and then he gets clipped, and man, the two just barely even touched him. Man, it wasn't directly a two. It was kind of like a looping cross somewhat. It wasn't directly an overhand though, and he just right beside the ear, kind of. It wasn't even behind the ear. It was on the ear, and he just temple area, and he just goes down. Hermanson goes down badly twice. I don't think he should fight anymore. Two very bad knockouts like that. I think you should respectfully stop because that's terrible. And yeah, oral buy, give him somebody like just outside the welterweight rankings. Give him Kevin Holland, man. They should give him to Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland needs a good fight opponent. I think this would be a good. That'd be a banger anyway. All right, moving on. Another fight I called correctly. Volkan Oezdemir versus Alonzo Menefield. I kind of called this one. This went exactly how I thought it was going to go. They were going to exchange. Volkan Oezdemir was going to get the harder, more powerful shots initially, and then eventually he was going to find a combo that ends it. And yeah, that's what happened. Moving on. Yeah, that's it for that one. That's really all that happened. Nothing too crazy happened here. So moving on. The co-main, in which a billion-dollar company known as UFC does not have a corrected layout. Anyway, guess we'll just try to. There we go. Now we can see both their faces at least. Yeah, Ian Gary won this fight by decision. I really want this fight to be 5 rounds. It really started heating up in round 3. It got better. I feel like this fight got better and better as the rounds go. I feel like it should have went to a round, or feel like it should have been a 5-rounder. Don't know why it was a 3-rounder. And yeah, Ian Gary squeaked a decision. Not really squeaked because I thought he won all 3 rounds, but he won a decision, man. He countered Bilal coming forward properly. Very good fight IQ. Jabbed out what was going good out to the outside. Him with some good twos, actually. Him with some good crosses from the outside. And yeah, he gets himself a decision. Not a title shot. If he was gonna steal a title shot, I was gonna say, look, I would have gave him a title shot if he would have finished Bilal at all, like any of the 3 rounds. But because he didn't finish Bilal, I honestly think we should give him. Honestly, maybe we should give him Jack Della Maddalena. Maybe they should just fight. Maybe they should fight. I think that'd be a good fight too. Let's move on to the main event. Main event. Arman Tsarukyan dominates Dan Hooker, man. Yeah, Dan Hooker, this was bad. I actually felt bad. Dan Hooker had some good submission attempts. He went for, 2 guillotines as he was getting taken down. And Arman's just good at getting out of that, man. He rolls out I think it was he used a gator rule to get out of there. He damages Dan Hooker's face so badly. His left eye. He kind of looked like a. I don't know if you guys have ever watched The Goonies, but he kind of looked like goodness, what's his name? The big dude at the end. You guys know what I'm talking about. He looked like the dude from The Goonies at the end of the fight. But Arman Tsarukyan dominates him. Round 1, 10-8 him in my opinion. Controls him like the whole round. Gets some good ground and pounding. And then round 2, he hits a good knee. He also hit a good knee in him, but I can't remember if that was round 1 or round 2 that he hit a good knee on Dan Hooker. Round 2, same thing, honestly, just happens. He shoots a takedown. Dan Hooker goes for a submission again, man. And Arman Tsarukyan's just good at going on top. Does a few ground and pounds, and then he finds an arm triangle. He stays on it for about 40 seconds, and then he just actually gets it. And Dan Hooker taps out because there's nothing you can do in that position. Arman Tsarukyan, give him a title shot. I was going to give Paddy Pimblett a title shot, but he doesn't have any damage. He didn't take any damage at all. He looks clear after the fight, like no marks, no welts, nothing on his face. He looks fine. Give him a title shot. I honestly run it in like January or February. I don't think this fight should. Excuse me. I don't think this fight should take 6 months, 7 months to get to. I think we should just get to this fight right away of Ilya and Arman. Unless I have a bad feeling this is gonna happen. I hope this doesn't happen, but I have a bad feeling this is gonna happen. You guys remember what happened to Dricus du Plessis and that Sean Strickland? Sorry, Dricus du Plessis and Israel Adesanya fight the first time around, where Dricus was supposed to fight Adesanya in Sydney. Adesanya was ready, but DDP just wasn't going to be healthy in time. I have a bad feeling we're going to get something like that, but with Paddy Pimblett, man. I have a feeling that he's going to be the step-in, because nobody else can take the fight, and the number 1 contender is unable to fight at this time. I have a feeling it's going to be like that. I don't think the same thing's going to happen where the underdog wins, obviously. I think Paddy will lose to Topuria if that fight were to happen in January, or even anywhere in the first quarter at all. I think he'd probably lose to him no matter what, but Yeah, I think that's the fight we should book. Arman, Ilya, January, February, UFC. Book it. Yeah, and I went pretty good on this card. Like I said, 11-3. Very proud of it. uh, my losses were to like this some just low IQ picks I made, except for the oh my goodness, Sajid fight. That fight was just Sajid and Nicholas Dalby doing their things. Yeah, I will see you guys very soon. I'm not gonna make a video this Tuesday, but this Thursday I will be releasing a Thanksgiving themed video. So yeah, I'll see you guys there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.